All right, I'm here with Hedda the Shredder Wolmarans, ahead of another big fight for you. Not too long after your last one, which is great news. How are you feeling? Because it's a title fight, WBO International's on the line. First big title for you. Oh, well, you won the SA title, but this is an international title. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I've had a great camp, and I can't wait to get in the ring. Yeah.
Well, we here. Let's talk about business. We're here at the Yard Athletic Boxing Academy, which is yours. You're working on it. How's business gone for you so far?
Yeah, it's great. It's picking up slowly. We're still in the beginning stages, but the response from people has been great, and yeah, I can't wait to watch it grow.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, not only have you been a professional boxer, you've also been a trainer for a very long time through amateur boxing, now with clients. Your experience working with that, has it taught you anything in your boxing career?
Definitely forced me to understand certain things better, because if you need to teach something, you need to have a bigger understanding of it, bigger than just being able to do something. So definitely from that point of view, yeah.
You mentioned a few high-profile names that have actually joined the gym lately, the likes of Lerato Glamini, Heki Badla, the Truter brothers, joining the likes of yourself here. Have you seen any benefits for them?
Yeah, definitely, and I can't wait to see how the type of training that we do here, in terms of our strength and conditioning, helps to further their careers.
And for you personally, you've been here for a while now. How much of a difference has it made to your career?
Oh, it's made a huge difference. Hayden, leaps and bounds. I mean, this is an invaluable part of my boxing career. Yeah.
And just to give a bit of context, who do you work with at this gym specifically?
Scott is the owner of this gym, and he's also my strength and conditioning coach. Yeah.
And I mean, the excitement of you obviously doing the boxing, because you are the leader of that. In fact, he gave you the branding of the gym to do it with. Were you proud when he came and said to you that this is an opportunity for you?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was a little bit unexpected, but he showed that he's got confidence in me to do this, and I feel confident to make it happen. So now we're making it happen, and it feels great.
Well, boxing itself, I mean, it gets perceived as maybe a violent sport sometimes, but it's more of an art, and you teach discipline through boxing, and a lot of people get discipline instilled through them. What values does it offer?
Sure. Discipline, like you said. You learn to value hard work. I mean, boxing is a hard sport. Yeah. So people enjoy the toughness aspect of it. You also got to think. So you got to think while you're tired and getting hit, and be able to stick to your fundamentals, and that's the discipline part of things. You got to rock up a training every day, yeah.
Well, let's talk about that, because you have to implement that in your fight now. You're fighting a girl from Zimbabwe who's got, as you said, a very similar experience record to you. She's only got one loss on her record, but she's going to come fighting, and obviously she accepted the fight for the WBO International as well to take you on, which wasn't originally the plan. Originally it was going to be a non-title fight, just an international fight, but the fact that it's a title fight now, has it just intensified everything, hasn't it?
Oh, hell yes. I mean, it was originally going to be an 8-round fight. I'm really glad that it is now a title fight. I expect a very tough fight. I think she's going to be one tough customer, but I think I've got what it takes to beat her, and that's what we're going to go do come Sunday.
We saw the last performance of yours. You came in really good. Your opponent didn't really pitch up to what the level that we might have thought she was, but getting the ring rust off, was that the most important thing for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it wasn't a hard fight at all, Hayden, but good to shake off that ring rust a little bit. Yeah.
And you mentioned this fight might be obviously a little bit of a bigger level fight for you. Do you think it's bigger than even your fight against Colossa?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. This girl she's got some tools, man, and she comes forward. So we're ready for that. We've been training for that. And I'm really, really looking forward to the challenge. I want to be pushed, and I want to show people what I can do. Show myself what I can do.
Well, that's all the questions that people will have. Obviously, so far in your career, you are undefeated. I don't think there's been a moment in your career where we ever could question that you were ahead in a fight or you weren't going to stop someone. So this fight, are you anticipating anything different, or do you anticipate from yourself a flawless sort of victory?
Sure, it's hard to say, Hayden. I'm going in there to win, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to win. We don't know a lot about her, but we do know a little bit. So we're just going to see what happens in there. But I'll fight tooth and nail for this victory.
I know, obviously, like you don't want to be overconfident. You never want to step into a fight overconfident. But looking at this fight and then looking at the potential afterwards, does that motivate you, or is just one fight at a time what's motivating you right now? Because obviously there are world title endeavors. I know that win this belt, and it could be one or two, and you could be lining up against one of the serious contenders in the world.
Yeah, look, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to win this fight. I want to do well here, and then after that, we definitely will consider the way forward, and the way forward will be up. So hopefully another international opponent, climb the world rankings. The end goal is to be a world champion. Yeah. And that's why I'm doing this.
Albeit that this is a WBO International Title, obviously you rated in the IBF and WBA, I believe. So being rated in those bodies mean that opportunities will come about. And it is a bit overdue, because in a way that you only used to be fighting once a year, and I know that there were injury problems in the past as well. Everything going right in terms of your conditioning, how ready you are for fights now?
Yeah, I've had a great camp. I've got no complaints. Everything's been just going great. I'm ready, Hayden. I just want to get in there now.
Do you anticipate anything from yourself, like in terms of the outcome of the fights? I know that everyone wants to win a fight, and I don't know if you want to do predictions, but is there an end goal for you in this fight? Do you want to do anything in particular?
I want to have a good time. That's my goal, always. I'm not going to give you a prediction, because I don't know. We'll have to see what this girl's like. We don't really know. Going to have to go in there, suss it out, and adapt to what gets thrown my way.
Do you feel that, because in South Africa, there's a handful of talented female boxers. Simangile Hedebe is one of the female boxers also on the come up. Are there pressures on our top female athletes to perform, and there's an expectation that they just should win all their fights now?
I don't know if there's a pressure. I feel like there's more of a motivation, because there's so few of us, there's so little competition here to make us better. So that adds to the motivation for us to get overseas and get that competition. Competition breeds quality. You want that competition to make you better, to make you up your level. So I think it's more a motivation thing, not a pressure thing. Yeah.
All right, and on we've been seeing on DAZN lately, they've always included female fights on the bill, and there's a lot of top female athletes coming out of the UK in particular. Is that a market that you want to tap?
Definitely, yeah. There's a lot of talent in Europe, and I would love to go throw some leather with those girls eventually. Yeah.
All right. So you're not gonna predict anything in this fight? No, I know I asked the question, but if I had, let me rephrase it. What would you like to do in this fight? Not what you think will happen, not what, because it's undetermined yet, but what would you like to do?
Sure. I want to win, Hayden. I want to have a good time. Those are important. Yeah. Stoppage middle to later in the fight. Yeah.
Because you want the rounds as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I do want the rounds. But look, we don't know what's going to come our way. It could be very tough, and we might be just, fighting for 10 rounds, but I'm ready for that.
Okay. So you are fully conditioned, 10 rounds, not a problem?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. And how's the sparring gone? Because you mentioned that your camp and, all your fitness and everything's great, but the sparring preparation, have you been feeling like your in-ring ability has increased as well?
I do think so. I really do think so. And I've had great sparring. I mean, pretty much our whole gym is on this card, so I've had a great mix of sparring. I couldn't be happier. Yeah.
All right. And from you, do you have a message for your opponents before you step in the ring?
Yeah, be ready. Make sure you're ready.
All right, Hedda. And then lastly, do you have a thank you or a shout out for anybody?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to my sponsors, Brawl Gear and Janine Lazarus Media Consultancy. They've always been standing by me. I want to say thank you to the Yard Athletic, who have really supported me getting into this fight. And I want to say thank you to all my fans supporting me. It's just the support is always so overwhelming, and I'm always in awe of it, and I'm really grateful for it, and I'm very humbled by it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.